And I'm Alex, and you're watching Outdoor Addiction. Watch as we take you through a year of our ups and downs of hunting in southeastern Minnesota. What is Outdoor Addiction all about? Well, for those of you that know me, you know how passionate I am about the outdoors. To say that hunting is a hobby of mine would be an understatement. It's a way of life. The main reason I started Outdoor Addiction is because it's a way for me to share my passion of the outdoors with other people. Well, I had a really good friend that had done a lot of filming prior to this, and he'd never hunted before, so it worked out good because he was going to teach me everything he knew about filming, and I was going to teach him how to hunt. Well, this year started off just like every other year. We spend a lot of time in the summer hanging tree stands, checking trail cams, shooting bows as much as we can, trying to prepare for opening day. Well, one of my goals this year was to film my girlfriend shooting a deer. So I took opening day off of work and we headed out that morning and we didn't see a whole lot, so we went back to the same spot that night. And right before dark we had a group of like 6 does come in right to the base of the tree stand, and I stopped the deer right in front of the camera, but I didn't realize there was a branch in front of the deer for my girlfriend. She took the shot anyways, ended up hitting the limb, and it sent her arrow way off course. Well, it's the 3rd night of bow season. I'm gonna go to a different spot tonight. I'm still filming myself, so we'll see how that goes. Well, me and a buddy headed out on the morning of September 20th to a spot I don't hunt a whole lot. We had a doe come in, came right up close to the stand. It was about 20 yards, and as I was drawing back, she busted me, and she ran a short distance and stopped, looked back, and I smoked her. She didn't run too far. First deer of the year, pretty happy about it. Well, this definitely wasn't one of the biggest deer I've shot, but it felt good to get the first deer of the year. Well, I just got set up in the stand. It's September 21st and I'm hunting on a new farm today. I haven't hunted this yet this year. I've got a lot of nice bucks on trail cam here, so hold out and hopefully see a big one.
bucks headed out the morning of September 24th, and just before we were going to get down, we saw a doe with 2 fawns walk out. And he stopped him at about 12 yards, and he got a shot, and somehow we ended up losing all the recovery footage, so this is all we got.
It is September 25th. I just got up in my stand. It's about 4:15. And it's really hot out today. It's like 80 degrees, but I'm hunting near a pond, so it should be pretty good. I would imagine the deer would be thirsty and want to come get a drink. October the 1st, and I'm sitting in one of my favorite spots tonight. It's a little windy, but I got a buck tag, a doe tag, and a fall turkey tag in my pocket, so hopefully we see something tonight and can get a shot at it. This clip goes to show you that you can't always control what happens when you're bow hunting. As you can see, I made a perfect shot on this deer. My arrow was going right for the heart, and the deer heard my bow go off and leaped forward to take off running, and I hit her way back. I really hate shooting a deer and not being able to find it, and after reviewing the footage, we knew I hit this deer really far back, so we were planning on waiting overnight to track it, but there was rain in the forecast. So we waited 3 hours and then headed out to track it, and we couldn't find a whole lot of blood, and we looked for about 4 more hours and ended up not being able to find it. Well, it's October the 8th today. It's really windy. There's a storm moving in. It's starting to sprinkle right now. I'm going to go sit in my ground blind, try and stay out of the wind, but I'm not really sure what to expect tonight, so hopefully we see something. Well, being I'm in the area, I'm going to pull a couple cards on my trail cams and see what's been moving through this area. This is a buck I became really familiar with this past year. I called him Ribcage, and I had a ton of trail cam pictures of him. I had quite a few close encounters with them, and I got quite a bit of footage of him, but I just never could get an arrow in him. October the 15th. I'm set up in my ground blind overlooking a pond. Hopefully we'll get a shot at something tonight. This buck had been doing the same thing the last few days. He's been coming out of the corner of the woods and cutting across the bean field and going down to this pond to drink. So the next day I set my blind up right on the edge of the pond, and the buck did exactly what I wanted him to. Came right down to the pond, but he just never gave me a good shot. When he was coming down, he was facing right at me, and then he turned and walked straight away and left.
Found her. It's the next morning, and I shot her at 6:30 last night. Hit her a little far back.
Mm.